You're about to watch a video of an assessment undertaken by Joanne Stevens. This assessment is recorded in 3 parts: knowledge evidence and 2 performance evidence tasks. While this is the same video she submitted as evidence for MEM 11011, undertake manual handling, she is now seeking assessment for MEM 14006, plan work activities, which means you are now assessing against a different range of criteria, and you are playing the role of the assessor making the final judgment. Although you'll hear another assessor giving Joanne instructions, you are the assessor for each part of the assessment. You must record the evidence presented by Joanne following the assessment instructions. There will be a pause and instructions for you between each assessment task to provide you with the opportunity for you to record your assessor notes as set out in the assessor instructions. The pre-brief at this stage should have already been conducted prior to the assessment taking place. This is where, amongst other things, you have discussed reasonable adjustments with Joanne. Although Joanne is fit to undertake the performance task, it has been agreed that you will be recording Joanne's responses for the knowledge evidence task. The first part of the video is Joanne responding to the questions as listed in the knowledge assessment. You must record the answers for Joanne as this is a verbal assessment task. You can record the response directly into your assessment booklet or make notes and transfer the responses at a later date. The key part here is to record what Joanne responds to each question, as this is the evidence of knowledge.
Welcome back, Joanne. I know it's getting quite late and it's been a really long day, but I'll try not to keep you too long.
No worries.
Thank you. We'll dive straight into these questions if that's okay. Okay, excellent. Question 1. List 2 places where you can access advice related to work activity objectives, requirements and specifications.
Well, I go straight to the site folder. So in the site folder, the job folder itself, hopefully it should tell me everything in there. If not, I try and find the site supervisor.
Okay. Question 2. What are 2 workplace documents you could access to determine the quality requirements of work activities?
Workplace documents. Well, I'd start with the job sheet. That is if they've done one today. And the other one I would look at would be the safe work procedure. It depends on what job I'm on. It's either a safe work procedure or standard operating procedures, SOPs.
Question 3. What is the main reason for prioritising each step in a work plan?
The time they've allowed for me to get the job done. I have no idea how long it takes.
Question 4. List 2 examples of changes that may need to be made to respond to unforeseen workplace developments.
Unforeseen? First of all, I might have to relocate to another area, especially if I'm outside and it starts raining. And here's another one for you. Extra people show up. They tell me I'm getting 6 and I get 8.
And question 5. Briefly explain how you report accidents, incidents in your workplace.
I'm going to give Tim Smith a ring because he's my work health and safety officer. Hopefully he answers.
Wonderful. Thank you, Joanne. Thanks for your time today. I know you've been super busy, but I really appreciate you coming in and I look forward to giving you some feedback soon.
Okay, I better go check on my team. See you then.
Thank you.
The second part of this video is Joanne conducting the first of 2 trolley lifts. But remember, you're assessing her complete the criteria for MEM 14006, plan work activities. Joanne is required to listen to the observer read out the scenario as recorded in the performance assessment instructions. Joanne has been provided a copy of the safe work procedure, basic description, undertake manual handling, and a work instruction, and has a range of lifting equipment to choose from. You must directly observe Joanne undertake this task and take notes on the performance to be recorded in the assessment observation checklist. You can record the observation notes directly to your assessment booklet or make notes and transfer them at a later date. The key part here is to record what you have observed of Joanne in line with the observation checklist, as this is the evidence of performance.
Okay, so I better check out what the job requirements are for today. Yeah, okay, so I'm moving a 10K box from one side across to the other. Right, got that, that's good to go. I better check the safe work procedure for this job. Okay, right, so I better do my risk assessment now, so I'll get my take 5, I'll just lay these over here. I'll fill in my take 5. Okay, so grab the room. Boxes there. Got some boxes at the back here. Make sure that I'm not going to go too close to the shelf. Something might fall off. Okay, this bag might be in my way, so I will remove that bag because it could be a tripping hazard. I'm placing the box over by the bin, so make sure not to trip over that as well. So I'll try this. Eliminated. I better check and see what PPE should I use for the job as well. Well, I have my hard hat already on, my high vis, and when I finish this, I'll put on a pair of gloves also. Okay. All right, so my site supervisor, just to go through what I've identified today, there are some tripping hazards. The bag here I'm going to remove out of the way so I don't trip over that. I have the equipment on my shoes to use over here on my right hand side. I'm looking this way right now. And also then I'm going to put on I have my hard hat, I have my high vis, and I'm going to put on some gloves as well before I lift the equipment. Can I get you to sign off on this? Okay, so I better place the safe work procedure down now. I'm familiar with what is required for the job. I better remove this tripping hazard, so I'll just place this up over the corner, out of the way safely. Better put on my gloves before I touch anything else. Okay, so get my gloves on. Check nothing has changed around the room. Okay, so 10 kilos. I'm going to pick a trolley. Bring that trolley up. Place the box onto it. Okay.
The third part of this video is Joanne conducting the second of 2 trolley lifts. But remember, you are assessing her complete the criteria for MEM 14006, Plan Work Activities. Again, Joanne is required to listen to the assessor read out the scenario as recorded in the performance assessment instructions. Joanne still has access to a copy of the Safe Work Procedure Basic Description for undertaking manual handling and a work instruction, and a range of lifting equipment to choose from. You must directly observe Joanne undertake this task and take notes on the performance to be recorded in the observation checklist. You can record the observation notes directly into your assessment booklet or make notes and transfer at a later date. The key part here is to record what you have observed of Joanne in line with the observation checklist, as this is the evidence of performance.
Okay, so I'm here today to move the box. So let's have a look and see the job requirements. How do they want me to do it? All right. Yeah, moving the box from that side over to there. Alright, I better go through the safe work procedure for the job. Yeah, okay, so I must wear correct PPE, safe lifting techniques. Alright. Okay, now I better complete my risk assessment. I have my take 5 here. Let's have a look around the room. So we have some boxes over here in the corner. I don't want to go too close to this in case anything falls. I'm also going to look and see we've got a couple of different equipment here. Don't trip over them. Ooh, who got this bag here? That might be in the way. I better remove that so it's not a tripping hazard. Just take that down there. Yeah, once I remove that, that'll be okay. Let's do a bit of my PPE. Well, I have my hard hat. I have my high-vis vest, safety boots, okay. So, and I'll put on a pair of gloves once I sign this off as well. Hi, how are you? If you wouldn't mind, I'll just go through the risk assessment with you. So what I've identified so far is you don't want to go too close to the shelves at the back in case anything falls. I'm also going to remove this bag out of the way so we have no tripping hazards. I have my correct PPE, so I'll just get you to sign this off for me. Thank you. Okay, so I've completed my risk assessment and the safe work procedure. I'll just place that down there now that I'm familiar with that. I better put on my gloves. Okay. Right, so let's go and get, I think I'll pick the trolley. 10 kilos. Yeah, I'll use the trolley. Okay.
Taking Joanne Stevens to the office, taking Joanne Stevens.
Oh, can you not do without me for 5 minutes? Okay. Right, so let's bring this over. Okay. Just bring it here.
Second call for Joanne Stevens.
Oh, I'm coming!
Second call.
Now it's time to determine if Joanne's knowledge and performance in MEM 14006 Plan Work Activities meets the criteria to a competent or not yet competent standard.